Yes, 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 yes. Hello. Hello. Welcome to New Thought Center for Spiritual Living. It is so good to see you. I am practitioner and soon to be Rev Shelly Walker. My pronouns are she, her, and what a glorious day to be in community. Yes? Reverend Shannon texted me this morning. She said, please make sure and give them my love. She will be back with us next weekend. This is the day that love made. That was the first thing I thought this morning when I woke up. This is the day that love made. So we're going to rejoice and we're going to learn some things. Hey, if you are new or newish here, I want to let you know that you have stepped into a community that is inclusive, progressive, compassionate. We welcome all people, whoever you are, wherever you are on your journey. You are so welcome here. And we celebrate you. We celebrate your life. There's tons of information on our website, newthoughtcsl.org, about who we are, what we're doing, and why we are doing it. Or here, if you're in the building, we have a beautiful welcome table just outside these sanctuary doors. If you have any questions, you can always ask our welcome ambassadors, and they will help you. Oh, speaking of the welcome table, I was told they have a set of keys. If you're missing your keys, check in at the welcome table. Those of you here in the building, you don't need to look right now. They'll still be there later. But you can look out there now too if you want. Anyway, I just want to welcome you to this grace-filled, love-filled, welcoming place. The next thing that we always want to do is acknowledge and affirm and honor that we are on the ancestral land of the Kalapuya people here in Lake Oswego, Orion. Glad I got that out of the way. Here in Lake Oswego, Oregon, we affirm Indigenous history, experiences, and sovereignty. Hey, for those of you who are at home, thank you so much for being part of this community this day. Here in a few minutes when we do our spiritual practice, we're going to light a candle. I'm going to invite you, if you feel called, have a candle handy. I almost said handle. It's going to be an hour. Have a candle handy and something to light it with in case you would like to participate in that way. This is the time when we ground our experience in our shared vision and mission. So if you would like to, please read with me with one voice, our vision. Recognizing our oneness, we envision a world that works for everyone and all creation. And our mission, providing spiritual tools for personal and global transformation. Oh, that's some powerful stuff. I want to say a very special hello and acknowledge our online hosts today, practitioners Kelly Bastian and Lori Nazarino. Thank you so much for all that you are about this day, shepherding our online community. And for those of us here in the room, can we give a little wave to our online community this day? Hey, online peeps, wave back. I'm pretty sure we can feel that too. So good to have a global community knowing truth this day. These gorgeous, beautiful, and wonderful flowers that Mary Kinghorn picked up, peonies are my favorite, Mary. I don't know where you are in honor of a woman that we could not live without. This Tuesday is the birthday of our beloved Carolyn Gomez. Carolyn, will you please stand? Or sit. For those of you who may be new or who may not know, Carolyn for years has been the brilliance behind our administration here, our office manager, our beloved bookstore. She guides and directs our special events. Carolyn is the brains of this organization, and she does it with so much heart. So happy birthday, my darling. I hope you have a joyous and fulfilling year. Happy birthday, Carolyn. And now I'd like to invite practitioner Terry Christopher up to give us an opening blessing. Terry.
Thank you. Good morning. I invite you to settle into your seat, into your space, and just take a breath to bring yourself centered into this community. You can close your eyes if you feel comfortable, cast them down, whatever you'd like to do, and join me in blessing our time together. What I am feeling in this center here, this community, is a heightened energy, a joy, laughter. And on this second day of summer, what I am seeing in my mind's eye is how yesterday, the first day of summer here in Oregon, came in as a torrential downpour all day long. And I know in Colorado it's totally different. But what I'm reminded of is that in the heaviness of those clouds releasing their weight, the sun was shining. The sun was shining. The sun is always shining. It's not that the sun is ever gone. That energy, that light is ever gone. It's always there. It's the clouds that take away that shine, that softens it, and it's always there. And I liken this to our lives, things that go on in our lives, things that go on globally. And in those dark times that come up, the sun is always shining. The light is always there. And that light, that love, that spirit, that divine beingness of oneness is always there. And for this, I celebrate. I celebrate our community that comes together to put words, thoughts, songs, ideas with intention to grow. Each one of us to grow in that divine spiritual space where we feel holy. We know the truth of ourselves. And I bless all of this, bringing it all together. The musicians, the technology, the volunteers, the practitioners, the greeters, the people who are working with our children. Everybody in attendance comes together to shine forth that light, that love, knowing that it is the truth of our being, the truth of all. And so it is. Now, as we move into our time of spiritual practice, those of you who are at home, is the time to bring out your candle. And I invite you to rise as we put prayer to music.
Oh, let this great power wash through. Oh, let this great power wash through. I don't have to wonder what to say or what to do. Just let this great power wash through. Oh, let me see God's light in you. Oh, let me see God's light in you. I don't have to seek to see the truth. Just let me see God's light in you. Oh, let this great power wash through. Oh, let this great power wash through. I don't have to wonder what to this great power wash through. Oh, let this great power wash through. Wash through. I don't have to wonder what to say or what to do. Just let this great power wash through. Wash through. Oh, let this great power wash through. Wash through. Oh, let this great power wash through. Wash through. I don't have to wonder what to say or what to do. Just let this great power wash through. Wash through. Oh, let this great power wash through. Wash through. Oh, let this great power wash through. Wash through. I don't have to wonder what to say or what to do. Just let this great power wash through. Wash through. And so it is.
Good morning, everyone. Today's sacred reading is from the poet Hafiz, and it's called The Sacred Dance for Life. I sometimes forget that I was created for joy. And my mind is too busy, my heart is too heavy for me to remember that I have been called to dance. The sacred dance of life. I was created to smile, to love, to be lifted up, and to lift others up. Oh, sacred one, untangle my feet from all those ensnares. Free my soul that we might dance, and that our dancing might be infectious. And so it is.
Thank you, Laura. Now it is my pleasure to welcome back Darcy Bradley.
Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. I need to laugh, and when the sun is out, but I got something I can laugh about. I feel good in a special way. Well, I feel loved and it's a sunny day. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. We take a walk, the sun is shining down. It burns my feet as they touch the ground. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. I need to laugh when the sun is out. Well, I've got something I can laugh about. I feel good in a special way. Well, I feel love and it's a sunny day. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. And good
love our band. Yesterday was the summer solstice here in the Northern Hemisphere, and I don't know about y'all, but this year's movement of the sun and the stars feels awful strong. I feel like I'm being buffeted about a little bit. And we're going to talk about the solstice today and how we can use the abundant energy that is coming at us to fuel transformation. But there's a couple of things we need to talk about first. There's a couple of big things that we need to presence. And the first thing that I think it's really important that we presence in the room is the U.S. bombing of Iran that happened last night. Now, this is church, and we're going to leave feeling uplifted and strong, I promise you. I promise you. But we can't just pretend that things aren't happening in the world. Now, I know that this is politically multi-layered and very nuanced and very faceted situation, and I don't pretend to know the right way forward, if that exists. What I do know is that this feels like a dangerous time to me. And when I went into prayer this morning and asked, how do I presence this, Almighty God? One word kept coming up over and over and over again, and that word was hope. As Reverend Shannon taught us a month or so ago, active hope. And I thought, really, God? That's what it is? It's hope? Are you sure? Could we have something? No, it was hope. So I went in and I said, what's underneath that? And here's what I got. Hope, faith, trust. And I said, in what? How are you doing with your trust walk with life right now? Any better than mine? Any better? Listen. Trust and faith and hope don't mean that we just plug our ears and hope for the best. It means that we stand in trust that there is a divine power moving through the world, moving us through the world. Trust means that we lean into that power, the power within us. Faith compels us to act from that trust. Trust in the inner power. Faith compels us to act on that, to walk our talk with integrity, to walk our values of peace and compassion in the world. This is what faith compels us to do. Hope shows us that there is indeed a light at the end of the tunnel, and if we don't yet see that light, we damn sure be ready to be that light. That is what hope does for us, so that we can light the way for each other. Trust and faith and hope are not cushions that we ease ourselves onto. They are power demanding to be made known in the world. Hope and faith and trust. We just really went off the deep end there. We just jumped right in today. Today we're going to be talking about the solstice and the power of the sun, but I want to preface the whole thing by saying this. There is only one thing more powerful, brighter, more luminous, more radiant than the sun. And it is the power of the divine in you. So never doubt. Don't fawn in fear. Stand in faith and do what you are called to do to help make the world a better place. That is how we meet this moment. Yes? Yes. Okay. We'll pray about it later. Don't worry. The second thing that it's really important, and I'm excited to acknowledge, to honor, is that Thursday, a couple of days before the solstice, was Juneteenth. Last year, we did a whole teaching around Juneteenth. So if you aren't 100% sure about what Juneteenth celebrates, please make sure and educate yourself. I did what I always do on Juneteenth, which is I read a lot from my favorite social justice activists. My favorite social justice activists aren't the ones that make me feel good. They're the ones that challenge me. They're the ones that help me to see what's happening in our world in a different way that in my scope of vision I might not be aware of. So it can be challenging, but this is how I celebrate Juneteenth, is by educating myself without centering my experience. And this is really important. So on Juneteenth, I read. It's what I do on Juneteenth. And one of the best things that I read this year came from actor and social justice advocate. He's also an amazing director, Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker. He put it so beautifully when he said, Juneteenth marks the delayed promise of freedom, but it also speaks to the resilience of a people who never stopped believing in liberation. It's about reckoning, reclaiming the past, remembering forgotten voices, and reshaping the future. He said, Juneteenth is more than history. It's a call to action, a call to healing, and a call to unity through justice. Today, let's remember that freedom must be lived, protected, and made real every day. Yes, Forrest Whitaker. Freedom must be lived, protected, and made real every day. And that's what we're about here, isn't it? Liberating ourselves and working for the liberation of all. You know, in his statement of what we believe, in 1942, Ernest Holmes said, this liberation is sure to be attained by all. It is a foundation of our very teaching. And I firmly believe that we are the hands that do the work. That liberation happens as us, through us, for this planet. I think there's great symbolism in the fact that Juneteenth happens right around the summer solstice, because solstice is a time when light fills the dark places, when shadows are revealed. The solstice can be a very powerful time for truth and liberation. I had a really fun week this week exploring the spiritual meaning of summer solstice. I want you to know I crossed out a lot of my notes this morning because I don't want to hold you hostage. But there is so much in this time that I want to share with you. So, the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, is more than just an astronomical event. Spiritually, for us, it represents a profound moment of illumination, transformation, and inner awakening. The summer solstice has been observed and honored for millennia by cultures all around the world, and at its core, the solstice is a celebration of light, both the physical light of the sun and the metaphorical light of consciousness. It symbolizes a peak, a turning point, and an opportunity for deep, deep spiritual reflection and growth. And that's what we're going to talk about today. How we can use this moment in time for our own healing and growth, and the healing and growth of the planet. Light has long been associated with knowledge, clarity, and divine presence. And in many spiritual traditions, the sun is seen as the manifestation of the divine, or as a direct symbol of the soul, like an outer symbol of the inner power. So this summer solstice becomes a metaphor for inner illumination, that time when hidden truths come to light and when we are encouraged to connect more deeply with our higher selves. The solstice marks the day when the sun reaches its northernmost or highest point in the sky, and it floods the northern hemisphere with daylight. It's also when the earth is turning, which is what brings the sun to that zenith, right? So I read once that it actually takes about 3 weeks once we reach that moment in time. It takes about 3 weeks for the balance of light and dark to actually shift. 3 weeks. What else does it take 3 weeks to shift? Anybody? A habit. It takes about 3 weeks to shift a habit. Good job, section over here. You win the service today. So we can use this time kind of as a sacred landing point and as a catalyst for our growth. And we can do it in the conjunction, in the flow of life itself. As the light reaches its peak, so too can our awareness and our understanding. So this is a really potent time to engage in our spiritual practices, meditation, prayer, journaling, educating ourselves, and sacred ritual. And all of this can help us channel that solstice energy into our own personal insights, into our own transformation. We are being invited to reflect on how we can shine our own light more brightly in the world. Today, we are going to design a ritual, a practice that we can use over the next 3 weeks to release what no longer serves us and to anchor in the good that our souls are here to express. That's what we're going to do today. And every piece of this ritual is going to be grounded in ancient wisdom about the summer solstice. I could have made a 27-part ritual, but for our purpose, because there's so much wisdom, there's so much history and meaning behind the solstice. But for us here today, I thought we're going to want lunch. So 24 parts might not be, we'll just do 4. We're taking 4 pieces of ancient wisdom about the solstice, and we're going to create a modern ritual around it. So first I'm going to talk about what those 4 pieces of ancient wisdom are, and then we're going to talk about what a ritual can look like. So the first piece of ancient wisdom that we're going to base our ritual on is the idea that the solstice is a time of abundance and gratitude. So in agricultural societies, the summer solstice marks a time of abundance. Crops are growing, the earth is fertile, and the days are long and warm. Spiritually, this abundance is mirrored in the richness of our inner lives. It's a time to be grateful for growth, for our relationships, for the blessings we've received, and for the journey we've undertaken. Y'all, gratitude is a powerful spiritual practice. And when we're talking about release and transformation, as I was working with this ritual and this practice in my own life this week, I realized something kind of profound that I had never really glommed onto before. When we are doing our work, our transformational work, when we can start with gratitude, not starting from all of the things that we want to fix, not starting from fear, but when we start from gratitude, what we're doing is we're taking not only an energy that expands and multiplies, but we are acknowledging that there is good here already, and it's easier to grow good than to create something completely new. So when we start from gratitude, it creates a field of ease for the rest of the work. So we're going to, much like agricultural societies, we're going to start from abundance. We're going to start from gratitude. This becomes even more important when we find ourselves in challenging times. Start with gratitude for the good that's already there. So the first part of our summer solstice spiritual practice is going to be gratitude. Now, the second piece of ancient wisdom is going to be acknowledging solstice as a threshold in time, that 3-week liminal space. Though the summer solstice is a peak, it also represents a threshold. It's the beginning of the sun's gradual decline towards winter. And this paradoxical truth reminds us that life is a cycle. And at the very height of light, darkness begins to return. So what can that mean for us spiritually? Spiritually, this teaches us acceptance of impermanence. We learn to welcome change. And it also teaches us the importance of balance. In many traditions, solstice is that liminal space, a doorway between worlds. Many, many cultures consider the solstice a time when the veil between the material and the spiritual world is thin, when intuitive insights, messages from spirit guides, inner visions, our capacity to tap into divine creativity, all of this is heightened during this time. So the second step in our ritual is going to be about becoming aware that we are in a sacred time of change and welcoming that time. We don't have to be afraid of these times of change. We can welcome them on our own terms. So the liminal space we occupy and the choice to cross that threshold into something new is about having a heightened awareness of the help that we receive from the unseen side of life. So the first step in our ritual is gratitude. The second step is awareness for this space that we are in and the help that is available for us. The third part of our ritual, of course, has to come from fire. Fire is cool unless you have a teenager who's really into burning stuff, in which case fire is scary. Fire is a central element in many solstice celebrations, from the bonfires of Midsummer's Eve in Europe to the sun dances of the indigenous peoples of North America. Fire has been used as a symbol of transformation, purification, and burning away of the old. Spiritually, for us, fire can represent both the destruction of what we no longer choose to have, and the purification, the burning away of the old, and the transforming of it into something new. Fire represents transformation. So it is both destructive and creative. It clears away what no longer serves, but it ignites new potential as well. It's why they burn the fields to refertilize the soil. It ignites our potential. So lighting a candle or a fire at the solstice can serve as a ritual act of inner alchemy. You might symbolically burn limiting beliefs or fears or habits that you're ready to release. And at the same time, you can call in new energies, intentions, creative projects. Fire ceremonies at solstice aren't just symbolic, they're invitations to embody change at a soul level. Embody change at a soul level. So the third step in our ritual will be using the power of fire as an invitation for transformation. Gratitude, awareness, transformation. And finally, the last aspect of our ritual is coming from ancient wisdom around the acceptance of growth and fulfillment. Once we do the work, we accept the change. So just as plants reach for the sun, humans are naturally drawn towards growth and expansion, and the solstice offers us a powerful opportunity to assess where we are on our personal and our spiritual journeys. What have we cultivated since we planted seeds of intention at the winter solstice? What have we grown, and what fruits are we beginning to see from that? This is a time of fulfillment and reflection, but it's also a time of setting intentions for the next 6 months. While the sun begins its descent from its height, we still have the full breadth of summer ahead. So spiritually, that's a time for us to take inspired action, to manifest our dreams, to express our creativity and our joy. So our final piece of our ritual will be about growth and accepting the fulfillment of our intentions. So there are literally an infinite number of ways that you can ritualize the turning of the seasons. If there were just 10 of us, I'd probably have us take off our shoes and do a fire dance, but there's way more than that here. You can do that at home. The importance of ritual, though, cannot be overstated. Ritual is a way of acknowledging change by bringing the light of our consciousness to what is happening in the world. And when we take the time to bring ritual to it, when we take that sacred pause, we have an opportunity to bring our inner world and our outer world into balance. Reverend Karen Huntley wrote a couple of beautiful books on ritual, and in one of them she said, ritual is one of the ways that we make sense of change. Ritual is one of the ways that we embrace, embody, and allow the change that is happening around us. People have been doing ritual for millennia in this effort to make sense of the world, to balance our inner world and our outer world. So here at the Spiritual Center, we wanted to take a pause today and become fully present in ritual in a way that we can take into our daily practice for the next few weeks. I'm going to teach you a simple visualization today that you can do. It will just take a few minutes. And if you choose one thing to visualize about for the next 3 weeks, change will happen in your life. And if you have something different come up every day when you do your visualization, that's great too. Seeds of change are being planted in your life. But bringing our consciousness to the table for 3 weeks is how we make real change in our lives, how we can bring those changed selves into the world. So, before we do the ritual, I'd like you to think of one thing that you would like to have change around. For some of us, this is going to be a very personal thing, and you're not going to tell anybody. This is just between you and your awareness. For some of us, our lives are calling for personal change. Change in how we show up in our relationship, change in how we show up in our relationship with money, change in a place in our life where we feel stuck or just unfulfilled. Something in our lives may be asking for change. For those of you who feel called, you might have woken up this morning wanting global change. You might have woken up today thinking, my life is fine. How do I help? And so for some of us, the thing that we want to work on might be bigger. Yesterday, when I went to bed, my intention was to ask all of us to focus on one small thing for 3 weeks and watch the power of that thing ripple in your life and in the world. And then I woke up this morning and saw the news. And I thought, some of us need to do that small work in our personal lives so that we can be the hands of good for each other in the world. And some of us feel called to do the bigger work, to bring in the energy of transformation into a larger community. Guess what? They are both perfect, and whatever you feel called to do your work around is exactly what needs to happen today. No one is better than the other, okay? So I just want you to gently hold something, whether personal or global or something in between. I just want to invite you to bring into your awareness, in your mind's eye for a moment, something that is calling for transformation. And you might want to keep your eyes open for this ritual, or you might want to gently close them. It's up to you. But ritual involves the physical world. And so for our ritual today, since there are more than 100 of us here, and some of y'all might be driving, I don't know where you are online, we're going to do a simple ritual just using our hands. and I'm going to light a candle. For those of you who are newish or might not remember, we have this altar of candles that we light every week, and there's a candle that represents every state of the United States here. So if you're in the United States, you have a candle that represents you here, and we are praying for you every single week. For the rest of us, we're going to light another candle as well to represent the fire of transformation that we are inviting into our lives. So the ritual is going to be focused on our hands, but we're also going to be visualizing fire. If you are a very imaginative person and you want to do that with your eyes closed, that's great. If you want to have your eyes open, Shayla, I hope that at some point we can get some shots of the candles over here. If you want to focus on the candle, that's good too. It's entirely up to you. You can't go wrong, which is one thing I love about ritual. So I'm going to invite you to join me in taking a breath and anchoring ourselves in our bodies. Anchoring ourselves to the choices we have made to be fully present right now. That sacred divine yes that has called each of us forward to this moment. With the next breath, we anchor our bodies into that yes, that sacred yes. And now I invite you to make a bowl with your hands. And imagine that your hands are an empty vessel waiting to be filled. Those sacred hands that have done so much good in the world. I'm going to invite you to fill your bowl, your sacred bowl, with gratitude. We start our ritual with gratitude. What are you grateful for? What is the good that you see in your life? Imagine it filling your hands until you can almost feel the weight of the good. Just for fun, empty that bowl into your heart. Gratitude of the abundance, the good that we already have, sets the stage for the work, y'all. And now, allowing your hands to hold space for something new. Recognizing that we're in a sacred space and time and place, we honor this sacred time of change. And part of that honoring is inviting transformation. So whatever it is that you are ready to transform this day, I invite you to hold it softly, gently, lovingly in your hands. And now we light the fire of transformation. Just as the sun transforms all that it touches, giving leaves the power to feed a tree, giving us all of the energy that we need to survive. In the same way, fire is a transformational energy in our lives. And so I invite you to take whatever you are holding that is no longer serving and invite the transforming power of fire to change that, to sweep away what no longer serves and become a catalyst for the good that your soul desires. Visualize the energy of fire or the sun or your own divine power filling your hands, transforming, burning away, and creating the potential for your next greater yet to be. this is the power that you hold. Invite and allow this energy to be healthy change, divine change, powerful, grace-filled change in the palm of your hands. And with the next breath, as you feel the energy begin to ebb away, it might be moving up your arms into your body temple, or it might be draining from your feet into Mother Earth, who takes it and turns it into flowers. As this powerful energy begins to ebb away, invite the fulfillment of this change into your life. What does growth look like? What does healthy change feel like? Simply be in the allowing. You might use the affirmation, God is change and God is changing me. Love is change and love is changing me. And with gratitude for the ritual, with love and gratitude for the power that transforms, we simply let it be. Blessed be, and so it is. So it is. And that's it. That's it. 4 steps. 4 steps. And you can create a ritual at home. You can journal and burn the pages. You can light a candle and contemplate the fire of truth burning away what no longer serves. You can take a barefoot walk in the forest. Watch for slugs if you're in Oregon. They're out in real force right now. And all of it is just an opportunity for your inner world and your outer world to match each other. But here's the thing. Ernest Holmes wrote 100 years ago, he said, we have the right to choose what we want to experience. What I love about this ritual, because I believe that's true, we can bring ritual to that choice, and we can work with the rhythms of the natural world to be empowered in a completely different way. We can work with the flow of light. We can work with the flow of life. We can work with the flow of the darkness. We can work with the flow, accepting the help that is available to us on the unseen side of life. And we get to be at conscious choice about all of it. This is empowerment. For those of you, what time is it? For those of you who are willing to do this work for the world right now, and I know there are a few of you in here who are wanting to do that work, here's my invitation. Don't look for results in the world. Be the change and let the world take care of itself. Don't plant the seeds and then go digging them up to make sure that they're rooting. Be the seed planter. Be the peace. Ripple the truth into the world and let the world react as it will, because the whole world is in a process of change right now, and that's okay. Our job is peace. Our job is love. Our job is transformation. Our job is truth. Our job is liberation, and we don't get to decide how that shows up for others, sadly. We just be the change. That is ours to do. So the spiritual meaning of the summer solstice is rich and multi-layered. Next year, you're going to get even more, because I didn't even give you half of what I wrote this week about the summer solstice. It's a moment of radiant light, a threshold of change, and a celebration of life's abundance. It invites us to stand in our truth, to honor the light within and around us, and to live with greater intention, to be that beneficial presence. The solstice offers us a powerful reminder of our place in the great cycle and of our capacity for renewal and growth and change and spiritual awakening. Gratitude, awareness, transformation, and allowing. I invite you to take this into your life this week and over the next 3 weeks in whatever way feels powerful for you. But if you're really ready for change, if you're really ready for something new in your life, then you start that by being the change. All right, let's take a breath. And let's anchor all of this in with prayer. I'd like to invite the practitioners forward. You know, thank you, Brian. When life feels heavy, I am reminded that I am light. And when life feels heavy and I can't remember that I am light, I call these guys. And they remember for me. And so in this moment, I am going to speak a word of light. And there may be a part of you that recognizes and agrees with that in this moment, and there might be a part of you that can't quite get there yet. But at whatever place you are at, what I know is love is there too. The divine presence of peace is there too. And there is a community of folks who are right here in the fire too. And so in this moment, I recognize the grace that is here. In this moment, I recognize the divine presence that is here. In this moment, I recognize the truth that there is only one life everywhere present. This life is the life of the divine, and this life is my life right now. This life is our life. This life is holy. This life is sacred. This life is light itself. And we are one with this light. And in this light, we are one with each other. And in this light, we are one with all of life. And so if there are any places in us that are asking for transformation, for renewal, for that catalyst of growth, we say a gentle yes, a holy, sacred, loving yes. And for all of the places in the world that are asking for the light of transformation and truth and love and peace, we say a holy yes, a strong yes, a yes to life this day. Peace in the Middle East, peace in the Ukraine, peace everywhere. And we say this peace with confidence, with strength, with joy, with love. We say this peace with power because we are the peace. And we allow the solstice fire of transformation to transform everything in our lives that has forgotten, that has shirked away, that has said, not enough, not yet. We invite the fire of transformation, and we remember our yes. We remember our light. We remember the truth of the love that sets free. So for this truth, I am profoundly grateful for this community of faith that comes together to celebrate this truth. Oh, I give such great gratitude. And we allow this prayer to simply be a beacon of light, a beacon of hope, of faith, and of trust that God is on the move in the world, and love will have its final word. And so for all of this in gratitude, we simply let it be. Blessed, blessed, blessed be. And so it is. Blessed be. Oh, thank you. Thanks, y'all. Okay. We are going to invite our amazing music team back to the platform here in a moment, but this is our time for conscious giving. I want to thank you for being part of this community, and I want to thank you for the gifts that sustain this community. We are here because of you. And we're grateful. A little piece of all that you give goes out into the world to organizations that put feet to our values around feeding people and bringing peace to the world. And it's really beautiful. There are many different ways you can give. They're all online at newthoughtcsl.org. You can text to give 503-966-3236. But whatever your gift is today, I want to say a heartfelt thank you. Thank you for letting this be possible. It's because of you and only you that this is possible. So I invite you to take your gift, whether it's symbolized by a check or a dollar bill or these affirmation cards. You might want to hold it on your heart. See, this is ritual in action. And let's bless these gifts, shall we? With one voice. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. All right. I'm ready to get my boogie on. Darcy, you ready?
Please stand and join us as you're able. They stopped me on the corner. I swear it hit me like a vision. Well, I wasn't expecting. But who am I to tell fate where it's supposed to go with it? Don't you blink, you might miss it. See, we got a right to just love it or leave it. You find it and keep it, 'cause it ain't every day you get a chance to say, oh, this is how it starts. Lightning strikes the heart. We rise up fastest run. We're brighter than the sun. Oh, we could be the stars falling from the sky, shining how we want. We're brighter than the sun. I'd never seen it. I found this love, I'm gonna feed it. You better believe I'm gonna treat it better than anything I've ever had, 'cause it's so damn beautiful. Read it, signed and delivered, yeah, seal it. Yeah, it goes together like peanuts and payday and Marley and reggae, and everybody wants to get the chance to say, oh, this is how it starts. Lightning strikes the heart. We all rise as one. We're brighter than the sun. Oh, we could be the stars. We're falling from the sky, shining how we want. We're brighter than the sun. Well, everything is like a whiteout, because we shook it, shine down. And even when the lights out, but I can see it glow. Got my head up in the rafters, got me happy ever after. Never felt this way before, ain't felt this way before. I swear it hit me like a vision. Well, I wasn't expecting. But who am I to tell fate where it's supposed to go? Oh, this is how it starts. Lightning strikes the heart. We all rise as one, brighter than the sun. Oh, we could be the stars, falling from the sky, shining how we want, yeah, brighter than the sun. Oh, this is how it starts.
It's time for announcements. And I'm here to talk about next Sunday. It's June 29th. It's the 5th Sunday in June. Okay. Next Sunday, June 29th, is the 5th Sunday in June, and we're calling this the Fabulous 5th Sunday. Why is 5th Sunday so special? Because it's an extra Sunday in the month. And for all of us attending in person and those watching online, it's our opportunity to give a little extra. This little extra makes a big difference, and it supports NT-cell programs that we all enjoy here. And as a thank you for those in person, you're invited to an ice cream social in Community Hall after service to celebrate our abundance. We will have all kinds of dietary options available, so don't worry about that. Sugar-free, dairy-free, fat-free, gluten-free. And we will have options also that are full of sugar, full of fat, full of gluten, and full of dairy. Please make sure you come and join us next Sunday after service. Thank you.
We cover it all. We cover it all. Hey, I want to thank those of you in person who made the effort to be here today. Thank you so much. And I want to thank those of you who have joined us live online today. We know there are more places represented, but we know that we have our peeps in Colorado, Nebraska, Oregon, California, Germany, New Mexico, and Washington. We wouldn't be us without you. Thank you for being part of this community. I want to thank our online hosts, practitioners, Kelly Bastian and Lori Nazarino. Remember, our welcome table, for those of you who may be newish, is right out the sanctuary doors here. Our welcome team today, thank you, Cindy Koski. I think they might be gone already. Cindy Koski and Billy Keith. And I see Nancy back there at our Love Wins t-shirt table, so you might want to stop there too. I want to invite the practitioners who are in the room down to the front, who are going to be available for prayer afterwards. And the practitioners who are part of the service, Terry, Laura, Barb, y'all come on up. Hey, we have prayer available. If you're here in the sanctuary, this space turns into a place for prayer. If you need support in anything that's in transformation in your life, these are the people that you want supporting you. Please avail yourself of prayer. And for those of you online, our licensed practitioners will be going into a Zoom room. There's a link in your chat box. Just click on that link when the service is over, and it'll take you to a private Zoom room with a practitioner where you too can have prayer. Parents, please pick up your kids, and then everybody join us downstairs for coffee, nosh, and our bookstore. Please stand as you're able for our final blessing. This is the day love made, y'all. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. May you go in the light, as the light, and with the light until we meet again. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. You are so loved. Sing with us, y'all.
I release and I let